The next round of Tea&Talk interview, which is a format dealing with the latest insights on the Turkish logistics market based on expert guests. I warmly welcome Onur Bey, Managing Director from Batu Intermodal.
Thank you.
Onur Bey, Batu Intermodal is a Turkish logistics company that is specialized on intermodal transportation.
Yes.
How is your business currently developing?
Well, the company established in 2014 May to offer the services of intermodal with that aspect, the container business with the swap bodies and the 45-foot containers, basically. And since that time, what we have done on investing on the container pool and making some agreements on Austria, Germany, Benelux, and with some other intermodal service providers located on that manner. And we have also added to our fleet a different type of equipment, which are swap bodies.
And you're specialized on liquid transportation, as far as I know,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. We also specialize on liquid transportation with the ISO tanks. And the rest of the modes, we take an assistance of our sister company, who is Batu Logistics.
Batu.
Which they also operating more than...
Freight forwarding.
No, they're also acting like truckers, mainly they own more than 100 trucks.
So they make your pre-haulage?
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Exactly.
How is your volume currently developing in this year and over the couple of years since 2014?
Well, in 2016 we are operating approximately 7,000 boxes, 45-foot boxes. And basically the main area, needless to say, for us is Germany.
Germany.
And
which
is
destination?
Our biggest partner.
Ludwigshafen.
Not really, actually. We have a different way of doing business. Actually, we determined our hub as Trieste.
Trieste.
And from Trieste, we move our boxes with ISO train, which also being operated by UN-RoRo to Wels terminal.
So which means you're also using Vapor, vessel, UN-RoRo, for example.
Definitely. Most of our majority flow is moving with UN-RoRo and to Trieste. We are using all 3 ports, Çeşme, all 4 ports right now, Çeşme, Pendik, Ambarli and Mersin port. We are sending and receiving boxes all of these ports and using Trieste as our main hub.
From Mersin, what is the main destination in
Trieste?
Turkey?
From Mersin, yeah.
In Turkey?
We focus on the southern part, which is Adana, Gaziantep, Kayseri. This is our gateway to those cities using Mersin, because you are being more competitive because of the less distance you are making in Turkey. And this distance has been done by the trucks after arrival to Mersin port. This is the basic setup that we are using for the southern part of Turkey.
Onur Bey, which plans do you have for 2020, for the upcoming years? What might your customers expect?
Well, of course, we need to increase the type of equipments we have. Currently, we are operating with 45-foot containers plus swap bodies. But of course, this is not quite enough. And on top of that, we also need to have some combi trailers in order to penetrate on more the automotive business, especially. And in the upcoming years, most likely we will going to invest on this type of equipments, actually. And also in Turkey, recently we have invested, not so much, but we have invested about 10 trucks, own trucks, and about 50 chassis. In the upcoming years, we will also continue investing.
So that helps you to be more flexible.
Exactly, and more customer-oriented and more customer satisfaction, because in Turkey, unfortunately, it's not so easy to make customers happy with the subcontractors, unfortunately.
Even in Germany, it's the same.
Yeah, like everywhere.
If you're working logistics, you always have the same problems, right?
Yeah, and despite we have been established as a non-asset company, right now we are heading through being a little bit more asset heavy. And this will also continue with the upcoming years, let's say 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years' time. We will continue investing trucks and trailers.
Which industries, segments do you serving most as Batu Intermodal?
Food industry, mainly food industry.
Chemicals?
We do also have quite a lot of customers for the chemicals, but the majority is coming from food industry, textile industry, and also the chemical industry. These are the 3 main industries that we are serving.
Yes, please feel free to drink your chai as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Normally it's just me who's drinking chai.
Yeah.
Next time you get Turkish coffee and lokum.
Chai is also fine.
I think so. How do you evaluate, by the way, the competition between intermodal, ro-ro, the vessels, and the truck transportation line between Turkey and Europe?
Well, it's a good question, Stefan, because intermodal is getting more and more being used by companies, the exporters and the importers.
Also, the volume forecast
And the
in
volume
the
forecast is
pan-European
also-
context positive.
Exactly. It used to be measured as less than 1% or at least 1% a couple of years ago. Right now, we are expecting to have this close to 2%, 3%, 4%. Just be an expectation. But there is a war between the truck owners and the truckers, let's say.
On the export volume.
Exactly.
War on exports we have in Turkey, right?
Definitely. No, I was just trying to explain that the fleet owners means that going via land or even going via Roro, but doing this business pure as a trucker is a bit against what we are doing currently. But this is the nature of business, and they are trying to protect their market. But eventually, when I see and experience this type of complaints, what I can do is, why not you are investing such kind of containers or organizations to these guys? Because we are not doing a rocket science. It is just changing the transportation mode, and that's all.
Changing the transportation mode is a very good keyword.
I think
What
so.
has to be done from the pan-European, let's say, parties?
Yeah.
Currently, we see on nationwide they are just making protectionism
Yeah.
when looking to the borders.
Yeah.
This is not the benefit we will have in logistics. We need
Exactly.
open borders. But what has to be done from a governmental perspective to reach the aspired modal mix in transportation between road and railway, for example?
Well, of course, the Turkish part also made a decision to liberalize the
Railway
railways,
infrastructure.
exactly, and this will also bring us a good effect, and that the international players will be able to get in the country in order to
Interlinkage.
make the things much more better.
Yes.
And
Connectivity.
competition. Exactly. This will bring us some other options, and of course, this will bring us also the quality, because the current quality is not that good enough, unfortunately, in the Turkish, not only in the Turkish railway industry, but also pan-European
For
industry.
sure. How will Batu Intermodal look like in 2023?
Well,
And what will be the role of Batu Intermodal?
Well, the purpose of the company's establishment during in 2014, and I can tell you that we are the very first company established to offer intermodal services. In Turkey, of course, there are big players who has these departments, but they are also being busy with some other activities. But we are the first company
Dedicated.
for
Purely dedicated.
intermodal business, and we will continue what we are doing also in 2023, or let's say 5 years or 6 years later on. And what we can do is to increase the type of equipments, I better say, because this is the key word for us.
Container.
Exactly, and the trailers.
That's the key
Because
equipment.
this is a little bit limits us to penetrate some more different type of customers, especially for the automotive
And to
industry.
gain the growth that is aspired from your company.
Exactly. And with my very best partner, Gartner, we are planning to have our own product. Means that from land route or again from sea route to have our own block trains. And this will also allow us to be more flexible in the market, not dependent on the railway operators, but to having your own block train will allow you to be more competitive.
Onur Bey, I thank you for joining our Tea&Talk edition
welcome.
2016.
It was
It
a
was
pleasure.
much fun.
Yes.
I wish you great meetings with your customers, many fruitful outcomes for your business volume 2017.
Thank you very
Hope
much,
to
Stefan.
see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Teşekkür ederim. Görüşmek
Appreciate
üzere.
it. Thank you.